When we look up into the sky, we're likely to see billowing white shapes floating past, an ever-changing landscape that seems like a permanent fixture in our world. But what if one day all of the clouds just disappeared? We take them for granted so much that it's hard to imagine life without them. And yet they've only been around for about 4 billion years, roughly the same length of time as our planet. Clouds play a huge role in regulating our planet's climate and weather. They reflect sunlight back out to space and trap heat near the surface. Without clouds, both problems would be drastically worse. So in this video, we'll explore what would happen to our planet and to us if all the clouds suddenly vanished from the sky. The sun would be the first thing to notice a difference. At present, clouds reflect 20% of the sun's energy back into space, helping to keep the Earth cool. But without clouds, more sunlight would reach the surface, leading to higher temperatures. According to some estimates, it could be as much as 3 degrees Celsius warmer. This might not sound like much, but it's enough to significantly disrupt weather patterns. Without clouds, there would be no rain. Clouds form when warm water vapor in the atmosphere reaches its saturation point and condenses into liquid droplets or ice crystals. As we know, this process doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow process that takes place over hours and days. And during that time, the air rises and cools. Without rising air, clouds can't form, and rain can't fall. Some regions of the Earth will be immediately affected by this change. For example, places that depend on rain for drinking water and agriculture, such as California and Australia, would have to contend with serious droughts. Not having clouds would also mean no shade from the sun. In addition to providing us with water, clouds also help to regulate our planet's temperature by reflecting sunlight back into space. Without clouds, more sunlight would reach the surface, leading to higher temperatures. This could cause widespread crop failures and disrupt ecosystems around the world. Many plants rely on clouds to provide them with the right amount of shade and water. Without clouds, these plants would wither and die, leading to mass extinctions among animals who eat them. But it wouldn't just be hot sunny days either. Without clouds to trap heat close to the surface, nighttime temperatures would plummet. Without clouds, the Earth would lose its natural insulating blanket, leading to colder nights. This could be especially dangerous for plants and animals that are not adapted to such extreme temperature swings. But maybe the most noticeable change would be the sky itself. At present, clouds cover about 30% of the Earth's surface. Without clouds, the sky would be perpetually blue. This might seem beautiful at first, but it would quickly become boring. Every day would look the same, with endless blue stretching in every direction. No fluffy white shapes, no dramatic storm clouds, just endless blue. After a while, it would start to feel oppressive, like the sky was suffocating us. So what else would happen to us? Well, agriculture would collapse. Crops would die due to lack of water and exposure to the sun. Animals would die either through starvation or because their habitats had changed so dramatically. Humans would struggle to find food and water, leading to mass migrations and conflicts over resources. In short, life as we know it would cease to exist within a few months. But wait, it gets worse. You see, clouds are part of the water cycle. Water evaporates from the Earth's surface, forming clouds, which then precipitate back to Earth in the form of rain, snow, or hail. Without clouds, this cycle would break down. It would still snow at the poles, and there'd still be some rain in tropical areas. But most of the Earth would become a desert. The oceans would slowly evaporate, leaving behind vast salt flats. And the Earth would become a barren wasteland. Okay, so you might be wondering, why don't clouds just disappear all of a sudden? Actually, they almost did once. About 20 million years ago, the Earth entered a period known as the Eocene-Oligocene climatic optimum. During this period, the planet was about 3 degrees Celsius warmer than it is now, and there were no polar ice caps. Scientists believe that this was partly due to a lack of clouds. With no clouds to reflect sunlight back into space, the Earth absorbed more solar radiation, leading to higher temperatures. However, clouds eventually returned to the sky and the Earth began to cool. So we can rest easy, knowing that this kind of cloudless world is unlikely to occur anytime soon. But there is one other possibility that scientists are investigating. You see, clouds are made of water vapor, which is invisible, However, when the water vapor condenses, it forms tiny liquid droplets or ice crystals that are large enough to scatter light. This scattering effect is what makes clouds appear white. But what if the water vapor in the atmosphere condensed directly into liquid without forming clouds? Would the sky still be filled with clouds, or would it be clear? In order to answer this question, researchers at the University of Reading in the UK carried out a series of experiments using a cloud chamber, a device used to visualize water vapor in the atmosphere. The results of their experiments were surprising. When the water vapor reached its saturation point, it did not condense into clouds, but rather formed a thick fog close to the surface. This fog was so dense that it blocked out most of the light, making it difficult to see more than a few meters in front of you. Imagine living in a world where you could never see the sky or the stars. It would be like living in a perpetual twilight. But what would this mean for the Earth? Would it be plunged into darkness, or would there still be enough light to sustain life? The researchers concluded that in such a world, the sky would be perpetually overcast with a thick fog that would block out most of the sunlight. The Earth would be plunged into darkness, and the water cycle would grind to a halt. Without clouds to transport water from the oceans to the land, the Earth would become a dry, lifeless desert. In short, it seems that clouds are essential for life on Earth. Not only do they provide us with water and regulate our planet's temperature, but they also play a key role in the water cycle. Without clouds, the Earth would be a very different place, maybe even scarier. In fact, there are some scientific theories that suggest that a lack of clouds could lead to runaway climate change. You see, clouds reflect sunlight back into space and help to regulate the Earth's temperature. However, as the Earth gets warmer, the amount of water vapor in the atmosphere increases. More water vapor means more clouds, which reflect more sunlight and keep the Earth cooler. But if there are no clouds to begin with, then as the Earth gets warmer, the amount of water vapor in the atmosphere will increase exponentially, leading to a runaway greenhouse effect. This could trap more heat in the atmosphere and cause the Earth's temperature to rise out of control. So it seems that clouds may play a vital role in preventing runaway climate change. But clouds aren't just important from a scientific standpoint. They also have a profound effect on us psychologically. When we look up into the sky and see billowing white clouds, it makes us feel small and insignificant. It reminds us that there are forces of nature that are far greater than we are. In a world without clouds, we would lose this sense of wonder and awe. The sky would become a boring, monotonous blue, and we would be left feeling like there is nothing to marvel at. And I don't know about you, but I love looking up at the clouds and seeing what shapes I can find in them. It's a great way to relax and clear my mind. In fact, I think it's something that everyone should try. Just lie down on the grass and stare up at the clouds. Let your mind wander and see where it takes you. You might be surprised at what you come up with. But let's face it, the real reason why clouds are so fascinating is because they're constantly changing. One minute they're there, the next they're gone. Then they reappear in different shapes and sizes. This constant change is what makes clouds so captivating to us humans. It's the same reason why we love watching movies or TV shows. We're creatures of habit, and we like to see things happen on a regular basis. And what would watching a movie be like without any special effects? Boring, that's for sure. But what about the special effects in the movie Avatar: The Way of Water? For example, the movie that has the most spectacular CGI ever seen. And do you know what makes these effects possible? Sony HX300 Reference Monitor. It's a professional reference monitor designed for creators who want the best possible image quality. The A95K QD OLED panel delivers exceptional brightness, color accuracy, and contrast, faithfully reproducing the director's creative intent. Well guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing videos. Until next time, stay curious and keep asking questions.